Alright, I think we've got it worked out. So greetings YouTube again, and Twitch again, I guess. I think we've got it worked out now. So, we had some audio problems. Had a Windows update. And guess what? It broke the game audio. So, had to go back and fix that. But, in case you didn't see the little header short video where everything went wrong, we're going to do WestBridge Hills. This is crossplay. I've got crossplay mods in here, so if you're on console, if you're on PC, you're welcome to join. So yeah, let's see if we can get back in here. Make sure I've got everything turned on over here now. That's on, that's on. Yep, looks good from here. Alright. I just gotta wait for this thing to load up. Okay, there we go. I hear things now. I hear the wind blowing. There's Grandpa. Got Grandpa here at the farm. Alright, so I guess again, good morning. This is WestBridge Hills on Farming Simulator 25. I remember playing this on 15, a lot. And got to thinking, since we're going to open this up, why not go back old school? Why not go back into WestBridge Hills? Yeah, everything's, hopefully, knock on wood, everything's fixed now. So, I will say it's a little different. You got all these extra buildings out here. Can you go in them? Oh yeah, you can. So these are like the, how do I do... How do you... Oh, there. That's the button. So you can go anywhere in here and do it. You can turn the lights on this little woodshed. I don't know what we would store in here because it's so small. Got a bigger shed back here. We could definitely park something in here. And then you got a lot of stuff that's different out here in the farmyard, so... And my guys are running slow. We've got bees. I don't have the run fast mod being cross-play, so you do start with some equipment. It's just basically some of the in-game tractors and stuff. I did keep some of it. I kept the sprayer, kept that seeder, that trailer. Was there anything else? Yeah, you start with several of the in-game tractors. You start with some of the in-game conveyors, but I really don't see us doing sugar beets or potatoes here. But yeah, all these buildings are usable now. Back on 15 they were not. And then I guess we gotta kind of look around because there's stuff hidden everywhere. We've got fertilizer, we've got seed. I think there's some more stuff over here in this one. Yeah, more, I guess probably herbicide maybe and fertilizer, yeah. For the sprayer there. We need the front tank for that, though, if we're going to keep that. Then we've got, we've got lime. You know what? I probably should turn lime back on then, just to use that lime up. Alright, so, let's go over here. We do start with a truck, and you've got some wood beams in the back of the truck here. So I guess we'll haul those down to the new... oh gosh, I ran off the thing. I guess we'll haul those down to the new and improved sawmill down there. I did start with one tractor. We have the Deutz-Fahr. This is the 661. This is actually the starting tractor with WestBridge Hills back in 15. So I thought it was kind of neat to be able to have this as the starting tractor. Now I do have some others that I'm going to put in here that we're going to get here. We got to get a combine. You start with, basically, I think it's the in-game old Metzi. I think the other Deutz, the older kind of style Deutz. Hey again, crazy. I want to say it was a Steyr or a I can't remember it was red and white. It wasn't a Massey, but it was like a Steyr or a I gotta go look now because that's gonna bug me. I wasn't that one. I think it might have been that one or this one. No, it was the Lindner, I think. I think that might have been the one we started with. But anyway, I've got a few loaded up in here, and we will definitely be buying some more. I need to get a combine, I think, first, because we do have one field that we're starting with. It's, of course, the field we got right there. So this is open to PC. Ooh, soybeans. This is open to PC people and console people. If you want to join, come on in. Just know there are some rules. Please don't break those rules, because I will have to kick you and possibly ban you. I don't want to do that, but I want to just try this out. See how it goes. Hey, there's a cow. Oh, that's a phone. The whole thing is like a phone. Look at that. It's like a smartphone. Neat. So that's our map is on a smartphone. What kind of phone is that? I don't know. It's not an Apple. That must be like a Samsung or something. I don't know. It's got the little well, they call it the dynamic island up there on the phone, on the iPhone. I don't know. I was like, there's a cow, but then I was like, wait a minute, it's a whole smartphone. All right, so we need to buy a combine. So let's go find something possibly maybe cheap. I did add some in here. Got the older style Deutz, that's $129. I think this is probably going to be the way to go. This is an old International harvester, if it'll load up. Oh gosh. Don't break the game. Am I still here? Yes. Whew. Wow, it's just been a morning for technology, I'm telling you. This might be the way to start. Let's see what short pipe, middle pipe, long pipe. I say go with the long pipe. And oh, you can do an extended capacity on this. Wow, cool. So that's, what does that get it up to? So you start with 4,400 and you can get it up to 10,000. We'll go with that. We'll do guess the Michelin's on there. Oh, you can put the other style on there. Oh, that changes the front wheel too. Look at that. You have to cycle through it, but you can do the skinnies, the wides, the regular, and the skinnies again. Okay. I kind of like the wides, but I'm probably going to put the regular. I don't know. Does that seem weird to do that? Does it make those wide too? Oh, it does. Maybe I should just do the regular. I'll just do the regular and then put those on the back. Looks so good to me. Rotor. I don't know what that does, but I'm going to put it on there. And then we'll do the long pipe. So that's 118. I may come back and change those wheels out. Look, it makes it sit down in the back quite a bit. I may just go ahead and do that, because that makes it look like the axle's broke in the back. Well, if I do that, I might as well do the wide. Yeah, that thing really sits down in the back when you do that. All right, I'm just going to put the wides on there. Call it a day. Oh boy. Alright, so we got a combine. We need at least a tipper of some sort. I do have a grain cart, but we probably need a tipper too. We don't have the what were they called? The Krogers? K-Rogers maybe or something? I don't know. We don't have those. The closest thing that we have is like the Rudolphs. And they're kind of similar. So that's 18.5 for that one, and then 18.5 on that one, and then this one goes up to 24. I say we do that. Go big or go home. Green. Oh, you know what else we can't put on here? The extended colors. It's another exclusive, I guess, to the PC people. We'll try that. We'll see if that works. Just kind of start with that one. So that's 24.5. Okay. Alright, so we've got a combine. Oh, you know what? We need a header. Gotta have a header. Can't cut nothing without a header. Did any come with this? Yeah, we do. Okay. We put the long pipe on there, so we could probably do maybe one of the bigger ones. 20 feet. Put the MacDon pack in here, but I don't. We'll just stick with one of these. As long as we can kind of get down the road with it, I say go with the big one. Well, that puts the little teeth things on down there. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't think they're collidable, but yeah, we'll do it anyway. How much does that cost? It's only 200. That's fine. Alright, so let's get that hooked up. Yeah, this was in the Case IH pack that came out. It's not listed as like a. If you look for this picture in the mod hub, you will not find it. It's literally like under Case IH pack. Nice little old combine. Hope I can fit down through here. Oh, is there a shed that has to be built? Oh, maybe that's what those wood planks are for. Wonder where that's at. Thought I looked at everything down there. We'll say there's a lot more taller trees. Hey, we got our first person coming in here. Who dat? Who dat? I'm gonna park this over here. Now, back in the day, we would fertilize this before we got started, but you can't fertilize it when it's ready to harvest. Unfortunately. I'll park that right there. Whoever's coming in, you can do whatever you want to do. If you want to run a tractor, if you want to run the combine, I'll leave that right there. I wonder if it's fertilized already, maybe. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There was our sink. Sink was nice and quick. It's always a plus. No, it's not fertilized. So we'll just go ahead and harvest it. What all's out there? Turn the weeds off. It'd be nice to be able to buy that. That's a soybean field over there. That's $2 million. Are you really? Wow. Yeah, we can't afford that. We're going to start small. All right, who we got in here? You know what? Do I have to create a farm? No. Okay, I'm on the farm. We'll tab back over here. We'll get that hooked up to that. And then I'll probably buy another tractor. I think we'll need another one. Run this over there. The shed is just down the hill from the house you started. Oh, okay. I'll go back down there and look again. Just down the hill. Let's see. It's got to be right down here, right? I don't have the run fast mod either. Boy, these are some big trees they put in here. These were not as big as they were not this big last time. I'm gonna put in a wheel loader too. Probably the older Volvo or something. Let's see. Just down the hill. Up here by the bees. There's the bees. There's these two sheds. Just down the hill. Is it maybe over here? Oh yeah, it is over here. There it is right there. So this is, I guess, where we got to take the wood products. Okay. So we're gonna need either the small sawmill or maybe the big one. What is the server name? That is a good question. I don't even know. Where do you go to look for that? I would assume it's probably the Grain Arcade. So that's Fuzzy that joined us. Welcome in, Fuzzy. I would say it's the Grain Arcade. It could be the GUR. So, for some reason, when you start, if you download Farming Simulator for the first time, and I think it did it with 22 as well, it abbreviates your name if it's really long for some reason. But mine, it abbreviated it to the GUR. I don't know why. Don't get me lying. So yeah, you can go ahead and harvest if you want to, Fuzzy. I'll hop in this one. And if anybody else wants to join, yeah, just search grain, I guess. Yeah, that'd probably work. Let's see, I need to set my crews here. Down to 6. Oh, you know what else I don't have? I don't have the enhanced vehicle GPS. So I gotta do this manually. Normally I just lock this in and run beside you. I guess I could set it up once I get into the field, maybe set it down to like 1 meter and probably run beside you. Ooh, I need to watch what I'm doing. Alright, keep going, Fuzzy. I'll catch up with you. I'm going to go in and get another tractor. And yeah, just keep dropping the straw because we're probably going to bail that up. I'm going to get another tractor. Let's see. I put some in here somewheres. Which one's cheaper? That's 68. That's 74. Let's go with the cheaper one. Front loader. Not right now, maybe. Maybe later. We'll see about adding one on, maybe. We've got another one we could do one on. So that's 73. Do that. And then probably a baler. Find the balers. There they are. I did put in that one. I gotta remember which one it is. I think it's this one. It's gotta be the US one. Okay, then we'll probably need a rower at some point too, and then I'll come back and get that. Let's see if I can figure out a way to do this GPS bit here. Yes. Nope. Go back up. Back up. Nope. Maybe there's not a way. Oh, you know what? I think I've got to have some kind of implement on the front, if I remember right. I need to have some type of implement on the front. So I guess I'll go ahead and get our plow. I think that would make it work. Do the 6 meter, change the colors. Alright. Empty him real quick. Oh, you know what else I don't have? Simple Inspector. That must be... I never realized how many of the mods were PC only. I guess Simple Inspector is a PC only mod. Simple Inspector, Map, Object Hider, Perfect Edge, all of that, yeah. You can't look down there and like, okay, Fuzzy's getting full. Can still do my cruise control. I'm happy for that. Glass half full. You gotta look at the glass half full kind of thing. Alright, you keep going. I'm gonna go grab that plow and see if I can make this work. I will say the interior of this, wow, it's a lot better than it was in 15. Lots more detail. Here, there's our other tractor and our baler. Fold that up. Now let's see if we can trick the game into thinking we want GPS lines. Alright, let's see. Oh, yeah, that did do it. Kinda. Here we go. I was wondering why it wouldn't switch over there. So if I change this down to 1 meter, keep the lines on. Here we go. Actually, you know what? We don't want to show all those lines. Now I just gotta kind of get kind of straight and I think that'll work. I am locked in on GPS. Alright. It kind of looks weird because I have this on the front, but hey, if it makes my GPS work, I'm all for it. This is like meeting your hero. Wow. Ferris Bueller, you're my hero. See how far that might reach. Yep, that totally works. How many mods do I need to download if I play with you? There's not that many. I tried to keep it light. Where do you go to look at that? Ah, here we go. So let's see, how many is per line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, 12, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 31 mods. Not including the DLCs. You do have to have these 2 DLCs. The MacDon pack and the Plains and Prairie. But yeah, 31. Is that what I said? Yeah, 31. Just from the in-game mod. Oh yeah, what was that called? The Klingon, was it? Oh, there's a fence there. Who put that fence there? Guess I gotta go around it. Not gonna get used to that. Oh, found another fence. There's another one. There's fences everywhere. Was it a Klingon batlift, I think called? Is that what it's called? That's kind of what it looks like, doesn't it? Or the dump thing is a lot smaller now too. Here we go. Battle lift. I think it's kind of abbreviated maybe for battle knife, but bat lift. What is that? Oh, that's an old stump. Okay. And it's not that, well, you know what? No, that wouldn't work. I was thinking I could save this, go back into career mode, bring the map objects in here and hide stuff, and then go back and take it out. But you can't go back and take it out because you need that mod to keep stuff out. Otherwise, the stuff will come back. I set my GPS, but I didn't set my crew. Hang on. There we go. And I still need to come over, I think, a little bit. There we go. I don't think I can set that on 0.5. Maybe I can. Yeah, I'll just do it on 0.5. Makes the passes a little smaller. What we used to do back in the day, me and Benedict back on 15, 17, and we'd set our, we had a different GPS system back then. We'd set it to like 0.5 to run the bailers and stuff. Because the windrows were like, you know, small enough that you could just set it to 1 or 0.5. I think I set mine to 0.5. What else will we need? We'll need a seeder. Well, we've got a seeder technically. How much horsepower does that require? In here, look. Seeders. That's the one we've got. It only requires 110, so basically any of the ones that we have should work. Yeah, that's 175 there. So we should be good with a seeder. We don't need a seeder. We do need a fertilizer spreader. Probably just a little backpack thing for right now. Okay, we got that. So we've got a seeder. We've got the fertilizer spreader. We'll look at doing line. We've got a baler. Probably wouldn't hurt to go ahead and do the GPS keeps skipping. Try to shrink it down. Let me look at the how big that header is. I know it's 20 feet, but it goes by meters in the game. That says 6.1 meters. So maybe try setting it down to like 6 meters or less, maybe like 5.9, 5.8. It may be off just a little bit. 4.4, 5.5, and that says 18 feet. Yeah, set it to like try just to go less at a time until it stops skipping. I would say maybe 5.7 or 5.8. Because that one's 20 foot. That one's 18 foot. It says 6.1 meters. Hey Siri, how many meters is 20 feet?
6.1 meters.
Well, yeah, 6.1. So that's about right. Sometimes you do have to set them a little bit smaller when it comes to that GPS. So Fuzzy, what are you on Xbox or PlayStation or? I bet you had to stop the type. PC. Oh, okay, you're on PC. All right. Kind of curious to see if anybody comes in on one of the consoles to see how the ping is. I don't know if it shows them their ping down there still or not. You know what? It doesn't show me my ping down there either. It used to show the ping down there in the map. Let's see, wind rowers. We've got the Anderson, but then we've also got the Coon. The Coon, I think, is wider. 9.5. We don't have the Oxbow here. Probably the Coon. How much horsepower does that require? That requires 140, so the Deer would pull that one. You know what? Even this Deutz would pull that. They both require 140. I'd say go with the Coon. Trying to remember to make sure that we've got everything that we really need before we look at any other fields. Got a windrower, we got a baler. Guess we could probably invest in some type of mower. And then we could haul grass down to, you know what, if we've got a baler, we need a bale pickup thing, don't we? Got that one right there. Change the color of that. This will be kind of the same same color setup that we had over on Judith Plains. Okay. Alright, what else do we need? The mower. Some type of mower. Some type of mower setup. We have this Vermeer. $49,000. Oh, you know what? We won't be able to mow all around everybody's fields like we did back in 15. You gotta own the land. I didn't even look at the land to see if you could purchase it all. I wonder if you can. Go to farmland. Let's see. Looks like you can. Looks like all the in-betweens belong to the fields that they border, kinda. So you can even buy like the houses and stuff down there. Wow. Okay. That's what we own right there. We can mow all the grass around here. What are the fields that we got out there? What is that? Sunflowers. We don't have a corn header. We could get one. That's carrots. Is that grass? Oh, dude, there's a grass field right there. How much is that? $279. Oat field right there. Looks like another bigger grass field up there, but that's probably more expensive. Yep, just a little bit, 500 something. Probably need to keep it small. That's the only bean field right now, is that one. I'd say that grass field down there is probably the best investment. Wondering if like the silage prices are the same here as they would be over there. Yeah, they look about the same. So silage we could sell anytime, pretty much. There is a lot of grass out here, so. Got the biogas plant, got the animal dealer, and then the farmer's market. I'm going to have to see where all this stuff's at, because the animal dealer is back that way. I'm going to guess up the hill there. Up there, kind of south of where the restaurant, or not the restaurant, the diner up there used to be. Was it the diner or the restaurant? Well, the restaurant was down there by the sawmill. I don't know if it still is or not. That's the animal dealer. The farmer's market is over that way. Somewheres. I know the, what'd they call it back in 15? The where you buy the seeds and stuff, or not seeds, but the saplings and stuff. Kind of looks like almost the same location. Maybe just a little bit west of there. Gotta remember to take this little road here. Otherwise, I'm gonna crash into that fence. I don't think we start with any crop. Pretty sure we don't. I think they stopped doing that. They don't do that anymore. There's the wheat that we put in there. Yeah, they don't give you any crop. I'm gonna let you do another round there, and I'm gonna go get this baler ready. Let's see, I gotta change the size, I think. Where is the size at? Is that it? Yeah, we'll change that. We'll do... do 220. I think 220 is the biggest that you can do on the wrapped bales, so we'll just do them all at 220. Ooh, I'm blocking traffic. Look at that. Alright, and the password to get in is pizza pie. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's the movie. FYI, that song is not about pizza pies. Sadly. Game name is, I think, the Grain Arcade. Just if you search for Grain, I think you should be able to find it. And go get the merger, and then we can bale the straw. Download the mods, okay. Now we'll just drop that right there. Get the merger. This plow makes a great front weight too. It's enough just to keep the front end on the ground, I guess. There's a big pothole right there. Right outside the shop. Pizza pie. All one word, lowercase. Pizza pie. Not piece of pie. Pizza pie. Let's see here. Hey, he got it. Woohoo. Let's see. I gotta figure out how to do this. Change direction. I'm gonna do it all one way, so probably that way. And then I need to set up the GPS here. I'll go ahead and do automatic with that. I would say probably do one. Show line. There's an offset. Why is there an offset? Typed pizza pie? Yeah, pizza. Pizza pie. You can either, let's see. Tell you what, let me go ahead and get that other tractor. Yep, that's it. Okay. That one. You can either bail or you can pick up the bales. And the bale pickup is up there at the shop. No, I don't think I need a front weight. I think this plow on the front's doing its job. I think it's just the heel. It's the heel, and I think this tractor's like 143 horsepower, and this merger on the back requires 140, so it's probably just struggling. And I've got my cruise set to 6. I just realized that might be another. Let me take that up a little bit. That might help. See how fast this goes now. Oh yeah, that helps a little bit. Don't go 6, I go 11 now. Let me swap this around and go the other direction. Lock that in and rock and roll. Keep it at 220. Yeah, it should be already set to 220, but keep it at 220. That way there's no confusion when we go to wrap the silage bales. 220s seems to be the max size. You can't wrap the 240s. What's the name of the windrower? This is the Coon. Something. Hang on. Coon. It's made by Giants. Yeah, the Coon Merger Max. Coon Merger Max 950. This is one of the ones that it's under the what's that category called in the mod hub? It's the one that's got all the Giants mods in it. It's from Giant Software. It's great because essentially you get 19 meter passes with it. Is that right? Is my math right? Yeah, because it's 9.5. It's got a 9.5 meter width, but if you merge it in all in one direction, then you get one pass of 9.5 meters and then another pass of 9.5 meters. So that gives you 19 meter. Basically, it's a 19 meter windrower. If they ever decide to bring the Oxbow to the console people, back to the console people, you'll get a 24 meter width, swath width. So it'd be nice if they put that back in there. There was somebody working on like a knockoff of it. It was technically the Oxbow merger, but they renamed it something else. It was like 1000 or 1100 or something else, and it had a different name. Probably a PC only knockoff, but it'd be nice if Giants would come in and offer that maybe as like a free content thing. It would have been really nice for the Plains and Prairies pack, but they didn't bring it back for some reason. The only difference between these type of mergers and the Oxbow merger, this one it can merge them. It can merge to the center of it, so you can just take that 9.5 meter width and do a single road right down the center. With the Oxbow, you cannot. The Oxbow, it either throws it to the left or it throws it to the right, but you get 24 meter passes, so that's kind of a trade-off. Pro and con. I think the pro's probably bigger. Yeah, you can do that too. If you want to run tighter lines up and down your field, you can. But basically, this turns. See how I've got 3 lines of straw here. One that I'm kind of on right here. One just to my left, and another one over there to the left. It's basically taking 3 rows and merging them into one, or maybe 2.5. I'll tell you in just a second when I get turned around here. No, I was right. It's taking 3. Yep, basically it's turning 3 rows into one. So instead of baling 3 rows, you only have to bale 1 row. Makes it a little more efficient. Especially when you go to bale it and pick up the bales. You don't have to make as many passes with those 2 tractors, and then you only have to do it with this one. And really, it's more efficient. I mean, you don't have to do 3 rows. I mean, this is taking 3 rows with, what, a couple of passes, so... let's see, which... I need to be on that. Go shopping for mowers here in a minute. Find us a good mower. Can't get... I know that the Kong is out there in the mod hub, and then the Vicon is out there in the mod hub, but those mower setups require a much larger tractor. So probably just find something in-game here for now that we can use until we get some kind of larger tractor. And go. Last pass. Alright. Hold that up for a minute. Okay, let me find us a mower here. How much does that require? That requires 180. That one might be just a wee bit on the big side. That requires 60 plus 120. And the Vermeer, that only requires 110. I guess we could go with the Vermeer. For now. We'll use that for now. Oh, is that still running? That is still running. Even when you fold it up, it still runs. I'm just going to unhook the merger here to this shed. Grab the mower. Hey DJ, how's it going? What economy difficulty are we on? We're on normal. I think I set it up that way. Double check. I think I put it on normal. Yep, economic difficulty normal. I kind of want to see if this pothole is like a real thing down here. Let's see. What did that say? How do you get into that? Is it still T? T? Nope, not T. How do you get into the game where you type on the screen? How do you do that? Is there a place in here you can go and look at it? Got some contracts out there. Nope, probably not in there. What to do with the bales and T on keyboard? I hit T. For some reason it didn't. I'm hitting T. It's not working. You know what? I bet I took that out. That might be one of the things I took out. What to do with the bales? Let's sell them, I guess. Gonna be on this map tomorrow? Yeah, probably. I'll probably be back here tomorrow. Let's sell the straw bales. Let's see, where are we going with straw? Straw, let's go take it to either place. It's only $1 difference. Kind of the lowest price right now for straw, but yeah, it's not a big fluctuation with straw prices. So you can go either place, farmer's market or the animal dealer. Let's see, we're gonna need a bale wrapper, aren't we? Bale wrapper. Do white. Probably gonna need a thing of Ranny wrap. Is that how you say it? Start with one. Alright. Alrighty. Has there been any update on the map you've been playing? No, there has not been. DJ has just kind of disappeared. He does that. He'll do a map or two, and then he just, I don't know. I've got many theories. He's either a farmer, and you know it's super busy during harvest season. So he might be back in the winter. He could have been abducted by aliens. He might have been arrested. Or he decided to join the circus. I don't know why or where he went or what happened to DJ. But yeah, that's kind of my theories, I guess. I don't have any others. Let's see, can I mow to the center with this? Oh boy, that turns out there, doesn't it? I don't have a lot of experience with trailed mowers. I'm gonna say maybe not. I'm gonna say this does not merge. No, DJ didn't make this map. I don't actually know who made this map. This is the WestBridge Hills map. It's in the mod hub. You can do it on console or PC. But it's a kind of a revamped, reloaded, redone WestBridge Hills, but it is WestBridge Hills. Is there a way to... Oh, you can turn it. Can I just mow it straight behind me? Can I mow that away? Yeah, you can just pull it straight behind you. I'll just do that. I don't know if there's any way. I don't think this has a... I think that's picking up on the plow there for allow create fields. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to make it windrow. I don't think this one does that. So I'll mow with it, and then if one of you guys want to grab the merger, and we can merge it into one row if we want to. And then we'll bale up the grass and wrap the grass. I'm just gonna go through and mow what we currently own. Oito, okay. That's who made this map. Oito. Yeah, DJ, he had an update coming for Judith Plains, and then he was working on a new map. But I don't know. I haven't heard any more. The last time that I heard anything from DJ publicly was June 18th. So he might have just got busy with life. And if you guys want to trade out jobs, if one of you would rather mow or anything like that, just let me know. Yeah, we'll definitely have to invest in a wheel loader. I'm looking at these trees around the edges of this field. If we're going to remove any of those, we're definitely going to need a wheel loader. So I'll probably be adding the Silver Run pack that had that in it. It had the old one in it. Probably add that at least that one mod tomorrow. So that mod, that's one of the mods that's required for Silver Run Forest map. And you know, this map actually had one that was required. I was kind of shocked. It's the old shed pack. Or well, one of the old shed packs that's in the mod hub. You had to have that to play this map, so had to add that one in there. Oh, this brings back memories? Yeah, it really does. Been a while. Ooh, got a little close there with the mower. Here. Currently on the Hagensteirer. We'll have to visit this map after. Yeah, I saw Hagenstadt in there. And then I just, I looked at WestBridge and I'm like, I really liked WestBridge. WestBridge was probably my favorite out of 15. Haven't, is Bjorn home? I don't know. Is Bjorn home in 25 yet? Did they release that in the mod hub? I don't know if they did or not. Yeah, WestBridge was the DLC map in 13, but it had that awful brown grass. And then when they brought it into 15, it had beautiful. It was beautiful in 15. They put in the green grass. You could remove the trees. Well, technically you could remove the trees if you had the modded part for that in 13, but they added it in game in 15. Got a little grass in the road. Alright, I think that's all I'm gonna mow. Right here, anyway. So I think that grass field down there, down south, would be a good investment. We've got that one down there, and then we've got a bigger one up there, but that one's really expensive. And we're trying to not spend a lot of money right now. Wonder if... I don't think there's any FERT contracts on those. It's not fertilized. What field is that? 40? I don't think there's any contracts on grass fields other than already existing baling. Some of these are not bad. There's some pretty good FERT contracts out there too. Welcome back. Yeah, they added a lot of forestry here. Back in 15, all we had was like the big poplar trees. I just noticed that they had the big poplar trees over there on the hill, on top of the hill. They swapped those out on this map. That's nice. Those are always a headache to try to remove. But they did get rid of the small fir trees and replaced them with the taller fir and different kinds of like deadwood trees and stuff. So, all right, I say we buy that field. Get this grass field and then maybe reseed it. It'll put down the first stage of fir on it, and then we can either maybe we won't have to, because it'll regrow. Is that ready to harvest? I didn't even look at that. Yeah, it's ready to harvest. Okay, good. Good deal. Wish they would give us lime contracts. Yeah, I think there's a mod out there for that allows lime contracts, but I don't know that it's on console. I got to looking at the contracts when setting this map up, and there's a lot from the PC side that are not on console. It seems broken. Yeah, if you want to bale again, you can. I think Fuzzy is merging the grass. We can bale it and then we can wrap it. I'm going to go down to the new field down there and mow that. Trying to remember the best way to get down there. I'm gonna say there used to be a road right over here. Yep. Yeah, see, these trees are a lot taller than they were in 15. And there's like a little, they've kind of made the roads kind of highway-ish now. Alright, here's our field. Is it in the stage? Yes, it is in the, okay. I was wondering if it would be like the actual ready to mow stage, or looks like it is. And I gotta figure this out. This is gonna be fun. Nope, don't disconnect it. Unfold. I may have to mow this at an offset. I do it that way. I don't know that it'll let me do that. It's gonna lock in and want to move over there. Oh, maybe that's what it's setting it up for. Yeah, I bet that's what it's setting it up for. Okay, that makes sense. So let me turn around. So now this should be fertilizing this first stage. And it is, yep. So as soon as you mow over it, it's actually putting down the first stage of fert, and then all we got to do is come back, and I guess we're going to need the roller too. Wonder if those rollers are cross play, and you know the ones I'm talking about, the ones that are in the mod hub. I guess I need to go and look at those. You just started this game? It's a great game. I've always liked it. Started on New Farmer on the Brazil map. Nice. Oh, I can mow more of that. How much of this do we own? So the oil things are down here again. Lock that in. Your goat health is 70%. Yeah, goats, I think they're like sheep. All they require is like grass or hay. And sometimes water, I guess. I guess it just depends on where you're at. Yeah, that's true too. Jonas says if you've given them all they need, it will take some time for them to go to 100%. So yeah, I would say maybe sleep on it, so to speak. If you've got them full on their food stuff, then give it some time. I'm gonna try to mow this outside edge a little bit too. Got to do this without the GPS though, because the only thing it recognizes is like the edge of the field, like the actual field. But this gives us a little bit of extra. It says 0 meadow, so the meadow grass is the grass that's actually inside the pen. If it says 0, then they've probably eaten all of the meadow grass. I think that will regrow as soon as you feed them grass or hay, but you have to actually put that in. So you can feed them by baling the grass or the hay, or getting a forage pickup wagon to pick up grass or hay, but you got to actually mow it. You got to go out and find a field, or do what I'm doing, mow the edge of a field that you own. But if you have a dedicated grass field and it's fertilized, then you get a higher yield off of it. So you've got to actually feed them grass and hay. Yeah, the meadow grass is just the grass that's inside their pen. Once they eat through that, then that's it. I mean, they're out of food. There should be a feeding point there somewhere. There should be like a little box that allows you to drop the bales in. Make another pass right here too. Should be a little what's the symbol? Should be a little box out there with like a green bubble that you drop your bales in, and it will add to their total food capacity. This almost looks like something out of Mad Max with this plow on the front. Alright, now there should be a line. Here it is. Not that one. Not that one. Well, maybe that one. Yep, it's that one. I knew there was a GPS line there somewhere. Kind of confusing because one of the lines there it's white, so you would think it would be a line that I could lock onto, but it's actually not. It's actually like the kind of the offset line. Is it smart to put sheep in the pen too? Yeah, I mean you can. The sheep will give you wool, and the wool you can take to the spinnery and they'll make fabric, and you can take the fabric to the tailor shop and make clothes. You can do that with either wool or cotton. Cotton's really expensive to get into though, and you need quite a bit of land, and you need a lot of land for cotton. You need the big machines for the cotton, dedicated pickup machines, unless you want to load them on like a low loader or flat deck trailer. That's the line I was just on. Was that the line I was just on? No, maybe not. No, you can go ahead and start if you want to. It's going pretty quick. Fuzzy's running around. Wherever he's merged it up, you can go ahead and bail that area. If there's more to mow there, I'll just run through there. This server's not always up. It's only up when I'm streaming or when I'm actually online. I haven't had a dedicated server yet. I've thought about getting one. Putting one up 24/7. Let's see which. You know I can do this. Let's see. Let me go. Is it that one? It does leave a little skipper though, doesn't it? When I do it like that. Dedicated server. It depends on if somebody gives you like admin status or makes you a farm manager. If it's always up, there's different ways to run it. The server could always be up, but you might not be able to do certain things on it, or you can set it to where everybody can. But now you just need the login to really join one. Whatever the password set it to. It's kind of like what I'm doing here, but I'm hosting this locally. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do this manually because my lines are not lining. Well, there's a line. I guess I just need to find the line. It's like it's there, but it's not there. And then once you move around a little bit, then it appears as if from nowhere. Yeah, it just depends on how wherever the host has got the dedicated server set up. It's one of those things. And the other way is like, is it running 24/7? Like, is the actual game routine running 24/7? So, is time still passing in the server, even though nobody's in there? Or when everybody gets out, does time stop, and then whoever gets back in there does the clock start back up, or does it just continually run? There's different ways you can set up a dedicated server. Thing is like if you set it up one way and nobody joins that server for like, let's say, a week, your crops could wither. Um, yeah, it could be bad. All right, let me find the line. There's got to be a line. Not that line. Maybe I need to flip the mower? Or just keep mowing in circles? I wonder if I need to keep mowing in circles. Let me try that. Or drop the mower. That works too. Not really. That might be the way to do it. I probably need to move this around that way. Or not. If I do that away. Can't lock onto that line. This game's overwhelming. No, not too. It's not too bad. It's one of the games where if you're not used to doing it, there is stuff to learn, but there's no wrong way of doing it. So you might figure out other different ways that might be easier for you to do. You just kind of just do and learn. It's practice, practice, the way you want to do it, and because there's different ways. There's different mowers. There's all kinds of different ways of doing things. Once you get it down, though, it's one of those games you can kind of just come in and turn your brain off and not have to worry so much about it. Get that grass. Can I lock onto that line? Oh, yeah. You got the what DLC? What is that? Is that the Mercedes DLC? I've got that one too, but we're kind of keeping that one for another map. Just doesn't feel right using a lot of the equipment that doesn't belong to the region geographically. Now, where did that line go that I was just on? Is that it? That is not the line I was just on. The line disappeared. Maybe I do need to move this, flip it around every time. That doesn't make sense, though. Let me just do it straight on. I know straight on will work. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it straight on. Probably be swapping this mower. The trailed mowers are different, especially when it comes to running the lines, steering assist lines. But probably be getting something else. There we go. The Brazil map is a mod. It's cool. Where was that? I don't know if it was in Brazil. I don't know if it was actually really based on a place, but it was the expansion map one year. Estancia La Pacho. Have you ever played that one? That was a pretty good map. That one, that map from that game, there was like a plateau type hill that separated some of the northern fields from the southern part of the map, and it had some trees on it that were uncuttable. That was unacceptable to me. So we found a way to do it. We actually got a mod. I think it was either from Black Sheep Modding or somebody. It was like a forest mulcher, and we basically just mulched the tree from top to bottom. It worked though. We got the trees down. Put a field on top of that little plateau. And downloading some trailer mods, yeah. One thing, the console people, they're kind of limited to the in-game mod hub for mods. The PC people, there's a lot of places you can get mods. A lot of individual, like, itch.io pages from modders that you kind of really need to trust. But there's a lot of extra mods out there. Even some of those you gotta kind of be careful, but a lot of extra mods you can have. I was disappointed in the 5088 that we got. You use that mod, and when you look around, it deletes like the edge of the map. It gets rid of all see the mountains off in the distance there? They disappear. I didn't really notice that until the last time we played on Judith Plains. Oh yeah, that's another thing with the PC mods is, especially the third-party sites. You just got to be careful, even on itch.io. A lot of stuff can have viruses in it. It can have spyware in it. You got to be very, very Very careful. It's really just to kind of stick to, if you can, the mod hub, or from modders that you know and modders that you trust that sometimes don't offer the mods in the mod hub. I know a lot of them do. But there's some that don't. And then some, they'll offer some stuff in the mod hub, and then they'll have other stuff that they don't have in the mod hub. But it's from the same modder, so you know it's going to be okay. Used to have a PC, but it's low ends. Yeah, that's one thing. The PC, it's a little more expensive to get into because it's, I don't know, some of them consoles are pretty expensive now too. I know the new ones they're up there around $500, and you can get a decent gaming PC now for just over 500. Or you can build your own. Alright. I'm gonna go park this mower, and then I'm gonna go get the wrapper. Guess I could mow that on the way. Can I mow that on the way? Wonder if I can mow that. I don't know if we own it or not. Yeah, I can mow it. I'll go ahead and mow that too. Got more grass. Some of it's getting on the road, but we've got more grass. One thing, if you've seen my previous videos, I do not mind mowing grass. I can mow grass all day long. In farm sim. Let me clarify that. In farm sim. If it's out in the heat and humidity and amongst the nice bugs that fly around and sting, not so much. Cool with your PS5? Yeah, I know they're working on the PlayStation 6. That's supposed to come out, when is that? Next year or the next year after that? 27 maybe? I don't know. I keep reading articles about, the next gen consoles, and it's like, okay, well, one site might say, well, this is coming out then, this is not coming out then. So it's like, okay, when is the actual... Can't just follow rumors, you gotta... Alright, let's take this and park it. I can go through here. Oh no, there's an upstroke. Ah! I may go ahead and invest in the front weight. Get this plow off the front. WestBridge Hills. Kind of feels like coming home, you know? There's no place like home. Gotta watch out for all the UPS trucks. Oops, trucks. Here, let me buy a weight. Don't need nothing really huge. Probably just an AGCO weight would do. This comes with wrap already, so we've got refuel up here if we need it. I want to see if this pothole is like a dynamic pothole. It's not. Yeah, there is a little dip to it, but it's not too bad. It looks worse than it actually is. The automatic drop is left bumper and up on mine. That would be kind of neat. I still think there at some point they will have to move to a more kind of dynamic ground type thing where they bring in like grader blades and box scrapers and levelers, you know, and stuff like that. I mean, really, when you look at it, they already have the ability to, you know, you have the landscaping tool. All they'd have to do is redo it to where you come in and use those tools like a grater blade or something to do different stuff. Oh, there's another one. And there's another one. Yep, this is crossplay. Whether you're on Xbox or PlayStation or PC, you can join. I miss my simple inspector, but hey, not a big thing. Back in WestBridge Hills. We've been gone for a while, but you can always go home. Come home. Go home. Come home. That's how we like it around here. Around these parts. Around them parts. This is how we like it here. Like that Progressive commercial. Is it Progressive? It has what's her name? Is her name? What's her name? Flo? Does the insurance commercials? That's how we do it around here, around them parts, around these parts. That's just how we do it here. Surprised I switched. I'm never close to playing new maps. I said there would be some. There's some that are still in the works. There's some that I'm gonna go back to. There's some that like this one here that's been out for a while that I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to go take a look at that. Oh, on crossplay? Yeah. I was shocked at how I went just under the gameplay mods in the mod hub, and you know there's the button where you can show crossplay mods only, and then the all mods. I was shocked at how many were not crossplay, and it's quite a long list. A lot of which I've used: the contracts mods, the hide objects mods, the Perfect Edge mod, the mobile repair mod, the lights, extended lights mod, the beacon mod, the lumberjack mod, the simple inspector mod. There's a lot that are not crossplay. It's bare knuckles, bare bones, bare knuckles. I don't know what the right saying is. It's the getting back down to the basics of farm sim. You don't have all the extra bells and whistles and all of that. Kind of like the difference between an F-14 Tomcat and what's the new one, the F-22, F-35, something like that. Kind of a big difference. Hello, welcome in. I do like that somebody brought this tractor back in. This is the OG Farming Simulator 15 tractor. I think you started with 2 of these on this map. You had this, you had the Buer, the cabbed Buer, and then you had the Hurleman. Doing good. How are you doing? So I need to look and see if those other grass rollers, I didn't even go in that category, but I need to see if those other grass rollers are out there in the mod hub or for tomorrow. And then I need to see about maybe another mower. What else were we gonna look for? We've got a plow. We've got seeders. We're good there. We've got a harvester. We're good there. So the grass roller. Mower. Trying to remember all the stuff I need to look for. Oh, there's another bale in front of me. Oh, the wheel loader pack from Silver Run. So those 3 things. You know the one thing that doesn't work on this tractor? The hazard lights. Need to bring the plow in and not only just expand this field, but get rid of some of these bushes, man. There are a lot of bushes over here. Get a couple more. Drive around, make sure I didn't miss any. Alright, I don't see any. Alright, I think we're good to go there. Oop, gotta remember that fence is there. Grab our fertilizer and I'll fertilize our field and then maybe hit some of these contracts up. Try to make us a little bit of money. Don't think we have any loan out right now. Yep, no loan. Be nice to not have to take any out. Got some fertilizing contracts though. I keep wanting to reach down and hit the refresh button, but there's no refresh button. So I'm gonna take that one. I think we've got some solid fert down at the farm there, so let me go down there and then I'll come back and refill as needed. And at some point we'll put a station in down there. Just gotta find it. That's lime and liquid fert and liquid herbicide. Might be over here. Solid fert, and then this might be seed over here. Yeah, that's seed right there. Let me grab this fertilizer then. Welcome back. Alright, so I'm going to fill up with this solid fert here in the barn, and we'll come back YouTube, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, remember, you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Grand Arcade. We'll see y'all later.